All right, hey guys, yeah, so you're probably interested in OtterBox and what they have to offer for your S23 Ultra. So OtterBox, as you most likely know, is one of the most popular brands that you can get for your smartphone. It's for good reason. They've been around a long time, but the only problem is they're expensive. Let's see in this video if these cases are going to be the ones you should get. Are they made for you and are they worth the money? Let's find out that and more in this video coming up. In this video, I will also be testing to see if all of these cases can charge wirelessly through the case with this power bank by Anker. And also I'll be checking to see the extra width each one of these cases will add to the phone. And also I will test the weight on each one of these cases to see how much weight will be added when using the case. So here's the Symmetry Don't Even Chai. I had to get this one because it looks as good in person as it actually does on the website. It's a little bit flexible on the sides, a little bit, but it's pretty strong. Around the volume and rocker, of course, it's always going to be flimsy. Top is flimsy, bottom's a little bit more flimsy because of those cutouts there. And it's a hard back case. And you can see how thick it is there. Yeah, so the case is 2.7 millimeters thick, and the bumpers, they come in at 2.6. So yeah, they give you a little bit more there in the corner to protect against drops. The ribs on the inside here, it creates a little bit of a void between the phone and whatever surface it comes in contact with. Let's try this thing on the phone, and look how easy this thing pops in here. So it's a little bit too easy to get on and off. Here it is. The ports are perfectly cut out. Those are nice as can be. That's the cutout right around the camera. They don't do it quite like the other case that I just tried on recently, Metropolis by UAG. Really nice case. And here's the cutout right there. OtterBox branding on the side, and the volume rockers, which are pretty clicky. Yep. The only problem is it feels like this might fall out of this case pretty easy. If it did fall and hit the ground. Let's test to see if it does wirelessly charge through the case. Yep, and it does. Wirelessly charging. All right, that's good. And let's check the width that it adds to the case. 84 instead of 78. You guys do the math. 84.3. And let's get this case off really quick and check the weight. It comes in at 39.3 grams. All right, so here's the Symmetry Clear. While I'm trying these cases on, keep in mind that I also have a Whitestone Dome Glass screen protector on the phone right now. So this case is going to add 38.6 to your phone. This is the regular clear case, and this thing, you can see that there's a bunch of fingerprints on it. There's nothing on the back to keep the case off of the table. So you're going to scratch this case really easily. It is a hardback case. It's got TPU sides, and they are a little bit stronger than the other Symmetry case that I had. It's going to yellow over time, but what's nice about OtterBox is you get a warranty on these cases. You can ask OtterBox to send you a new one if anything happens to this case at all for $10 shipping. Cutouts are perfect all the way around. And the port is wide open for easy accessibility to the S Pen. The buttons are super clicky. All right, get the OtterBox branding right there. Yep, it's wirelessly charging. Okay, cool. And let's check to see what the width is on this thing. See how much it adds to it here. 84.5. So if your phone drops, it's not going to pop out of this one as easy. But one thing with this case is it doesn't have the cutouts all the way around like the other one does. So I feel like this one wouldn't protect against drops as well as the Latte case. It does have somewhat of a void there. Yeah, there's voids right here and right here. So maybe those will help. I don't know. I'm just not too into this case. So I don't know that I'd be spending $50 on this case. But what is nice about this case is you can add MagSafe to this case by using an ESR MagSafe kit that you can just add to this with the sticker. And I'll put a link to that on another card here if you guys are interested in adding MagSafe to any of your cases. There are stipulations to that, but we'll go over that in the video. The thickness of the back of this case is at 1.8 8. Next up, we're gonna go with the Commuter case. This is actually surprising to me. I did not think that I would like this case, but the first time I tried it, I actually really did. It seems like the little brother to the Defender because of this cover right here. This one is a little bit more squishy. I feel like if I was to drop my phone with this case on, it might be a little bit more protective because this rubber feels like it's a little bit more of an absorption material versus the hard plastic or harder rubbers like the TPU. So this is definitely a two-part case, and so you can see how flexible and malleable this rubber is. So it just feels like it would be a little bit more secure, maybe with dropping. There is an outer hard shell on this, and it's got that same kind of material that the holster has on the Defender. This case has little cutouts right here along the inside of the perimeter of the case, and that will most likely add a little bit more drop protection to your case. Every single corner adds that. So, and this one actually has a little bit more on the sides here. Rubber by itself is a lot more flexible, but once it's inside this holster or once it's inside the outer shell, it doesn't move as easy there. The case, the back part of the case is 3 millimeters thick, and it comes in at 51.8 grams added to your phone. It is somewhat difficult to put the case on while the back plate is on, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off and just kind of work it around there, so that way it's a little bit easier to put in. There you go. And that back piece just adds so much more protection. Let's get that all the way on. It's a lot more rigid with that on, and I feel like it's going to be a lot more drop protective. In the hand, these are somewhat grippy. They're not quite as grippy as you might think. They used to be a little bit more grippy. I don't know, they must have changed the material they use on these cases, but nonetheless, it's still grippy enough. And that's what it looks like on the front. And you do get top and bottom protection, and you can see that there's slight, it comes up just a little bit on the sides there to add a little bit more protection for your screen. And I have a white stone dome glass screen protector on. It's not touching the screen protector whatsoever. Let's see what it adds in width to this case. So this one's 84.7. The flap is pretty easy to open, but it seems like it should be, yeah, it's not bad. And you can see how deep down in there it is there. So there is access to the S Pen on the corner here. Yeah, it's not bad. And I like that there's a little bit more protection than the other cases. Yeah, this one, I feel like if you're wanting your phone to be a little bit more protected in a slim design, yeah, this is good. I like that tapered edge there as a gloss finish to it. It's a nice touch. And buttons are pretty clicky. They're a little bit squishy actually, the buttons are, but it's not bad. They're responsive enough. Yeah, it's good. Let's see if this will charge through the case. Yep, charging through the case. Perfect. The Defender Pro, one of the most popular cases. It's been around for a really long time. The one thing about this case is you're gonna want to clean it out once every month, maybe every other month. Take it apart and just get the dust out of there, because that is what happens with these. Is my wife's phone got really scratched. It was the iPhone 5. It got really scratched. I took it off, and she had never taken it off. And right before we sold it or traded it in, it looked like it was sanded around the corners and edges. All right, so this one has the Drop Plus as well, and it has that squishy back to it, which is really nice. It does have a hard inside. So there's hard plastic on the inside here, and that's one thing that I never really liked about this case, except for the fact that it is so solid. It's a solid case, and the outside, yeah, there is some cushion because of this material, because it's that flexible rubber material. But the thing is this is hard plastic right up against the phone, and these corners go to a definite point, and that is not necessarily the best thing, because it could lead to just completely damaging your phone, even though it falls while it's in this case. And if you've had any trouble like that, let me know in the comments down below. But I can recommend this case because it is meant to protect your phone, and it does do a good job. I wouldn't think that this is the most drop protective case like they're saying. I don't know. For me, it just makes sense that the hard plastic would be a problem up against your phone if you drop it. All right, let's get a weight on this right now. So 66.5, just the case. And with the holster on, it is 132 grams, 132.1. And let's get a measurement with this. 88.8. So this holster is actually one of the biggest reasons you would want to buy this case. I thought that it wouldn't be something that I'd be interested in when I first got this case. A lot of people recommended it. They said, hey, you got to get this case, Mike. You got to get this case. And I always said, nah, I'm not going to get this case. This is, it's not for me. But come to find out, I really like the outside, the feeling of this case, just even without the holster. But even with the holster, it adds just another thing, a whole nother layer of protection to it. To get this case off, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, and they show you with the little arrows, 4, 5, 6 little clips that you have to take off. All right, so you just put it on there like that. Make sure it's clipped in all the way around, and I'm checking to see if it's going to be touching the screen protector. And that was one big thing back in the day, is with the Note 10 Plus and Note 20 Ultra, yeah, it would touch. And this one seems like it's not going to. It's not going to lift my brand new screen protector. And it does, it fits. Guys, Whitestone dome glass actually fits. Good job, Whitestone. Thank you for making this one fit. It's perfect. Either Whitestone dome actually made it work, or OtterBox made their cases come up a little bit further. Nonetheless, it looks and works a lot better because you have plenty of space between the top of the case and the screen protector there, and it's screen protector friendly on the bottom. That's the biggest thing that I was worried about, especially with the Pro, because the Pro usually it fits a little bit tighter. And so you just go ahead and get that all the way around there, and we're going to check to see if this thing can wirelessly charge through the case right now. Check that out really quick. All right, OtterBox didn't say that it would charge through the case, but we're going to check right now. And it looks like it is charging. Whoa, moved out of the way. Hold on. Okay, yes. And let's see if it'll hold that charge. If it'll continue to charge. Yep, no problem. So it might lose a little bit of charge quality while it has this case on, but nonetheless, it does charge through the case. It also has that shiny beveled edge on the inside, just adds to the look of the case there. But there is quite a bit of difference in depth as far as that goes. There's plenty of protection around this here, and there is a cutout right there, so that way you can easily get into the S Pen. The flap on this one actually pulls from the back instead of from the front like it did on the Commuter. And there's a lot of lay on table protection on the top and bottom, and the sides are almost level with my screen protector. So that way you have that side scrolling ability there. So this case definitely does feel nice. Like I said, it does have the grip all the way around the sides here. See, here and here, kind of like on the Commuter, but just more. And even if they didn't have that grip there on the side, it would still be a grippy enough case, and it's got it here on the back too. OtterBox logo on the back. And the regular Defender, the only thing that's different is it doesn't have antimicrobial coating on it, and these ridges are all flat. Like there's no ridges on the regular Defender. So let's go ahead and try this thing on here. One cool feature they brought back to the Note series, well actually to the S series, is this right here. On the S21 Ultra, it wasn't like this, and it is now. Might have been like this on the S22 Ultra, but I'm not sure because I didn't pick that one up. But it's directly center. It's not offset, which means that you can put it in either way you want. So you don't have to fumble around with it on your hip. It's not going to be a problem. It's going to sit in there, and I'll do that one more time, okay? Because I watch my videos back, and I noticed that it's hard to understand. So you get what I did right there? So no matter what you do, so if it was offset right there, if you did this side over here would be offset a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't matter which way it is. And also you can put your case in face up like that, and it's going to be holding on no problem. And the same thing, you can flip that around like that and put it in. Yep, perfect. For me, I prefer it face up. I like to protect my camera. If you guys are curious about lens protectors for your phone, then go ahead and click the card right here. This is not just a clip, which it does act as a clip, and I'm going to be doing a pocket test next with all of these cases, so stick around for that. And this acts as somewhat of a clip for your hand, so you can do one-handed operation, kind of like a pop socket if you wanted to, but actually even better. And also it acts as a kickstand. If you guys didn't know already, you can do that, or you can lay it down like this for a less aggressive viewing angle if you want to do that. With the clip down, it'll sit perfectly like that, or with this up, this portion up, it'll sit perfectly just like that. So I do recommend this case. Is it going to be as drop protective as you think it's going to be? Probably not. I would say something like a mouse case or even a Gear 4 case, Zag, with the D30 in it, and the mouse case with the Aero Shock, and even, maybe even, this case right here by OtterBox with a little bit more of a squishy interior. I would say that one of those cases would be best for drop protection. This one will be so-so. This one will be good if you have the holster on. You have all that protection. It's gonna be no problem. Most likely gonna be totally fine. Let's see if this cuts off the access to the S Pen, and if you should put it in a certain way. So it almost cuts off the access to the S Pen right there. But I think on the other side it's going to. Let's see what it does here. Kinda, yeah, you can't get in there. But that is the most secure area for your S Pen, so it won't fall out. So yeah, you can't really access the S Pen right there. So if you guys are worried about that, being able to access the S Pen, then yeah, you should probably install it with the buttons pointing away from the clip here, just like this. All right, and that way you'll have it wide open there. So, all right, let's get on to the pocket test of this video. Adjust this over here. All right, there's actually quite a bit of light. I've noticed there's quite a bit of light. Without even adding this light. Whoa, crap. That would have been awesome to get that on camera. All right, there. Should be better. All that light. Get that closed off there. Okay, now let's see what I got. So first case will be the Defender Pro, and I'll try it with the holster on. And we'll clip the holster just like that, and it'll lock in place, and that's what it'll look like with the holster on. And you can put it like this as well, turn it like that and cover it up. You can't really even tell it's there, but I can warn you that if you do put this on and leave it on if you leave this on while you get in the car, most likely it will get broken because of the seatbelt ramming up against or pushing up against it. That's what it did to mine, but OtterBox has a really good warranty program. So if anything happens to this case, let OtterBox know. You pay $10 and they'll ship you a brand new case. And they really won't even ask any questions. So yeah, it's a nice case. And let's see how easy it is to take it out and put it back in here. Yeah, not much pressure is needed. And let's see if it's in the horizontal position, how easy it is. You just flip it around. And this is what I was talking about. Before, you'd have to worry about, you'd have to make sure that you had it in the right spot because it wouldn't line up with this clip hole right here. And this way, you don't have to worry about it. So if you're using your phone, you can just go like this and put it directly in. And after a while, you get really used to just knowing where it is. Adjust, put that over, and you're good to go. It's a little bit cold up against my side though because of that cold plastic. So let's see what it looks like in the pocket. These are somewhat slim fit pants, so it should give you a good idea of what it'll be like in the pocket. It's pretty big with the holster on. I don't know why you would ever do that. Most likely, if you were going to use your pocket, you would just use the clip like that right there. And what is kind of cool about this clip is if you had a man bag like this one right here. You put it on. You can clip it and kind of use it as a GoPro mount if you wanted to, which is kind of nice. You can position it to where it's straight up and down. See, just like that. It probably won't stay in position for too long, but it'll work, you know, long enough, I guess. Or even if you wanted to put it in your jacket. And it has like a little clip or a little hook right here at the end that holds on to your belt or to straps, things like that. Will keep it from coming off too easy. But this is plastic right here, so it's not metal that holds this thing on. So you've got to be careful. Don't think that it's going to be super durable for you. If you're in a rough condition, it might knock it off and your phone will be gone. So I love the versatility of this case, and for $65, it's actually not a bad price. Let's see what it's like in the pocket without the holster on there. It's kind of grippy. It's a little bit difficult to put in there, and it's actually going to get more grippy. I found out this rubber over time, it gets just a little bit worn, and it does grip a little bit better over time. One thing I forgot to mention was the fact that, yeah, the rubber on this case does wear out, and over time it will kind of stretch and it'll just kind of start bowing. But again, just get that returned. Some people say just go ahead and put the case inside some boiling water and then take it out and then let it go back to size, and that should fix the problem. But why not just go and get a new case? OtterBox, I guess, wouldn't know about you putting your case in boiling water to make sure to fix it somehow. But still, why not just get a replacement? $10 and you'll get a new one. So let's get on to the next case. The only problem with the Defender Pro or any Defender is it's always a task to get it off. And I figure I might as well show you. So the Commuter with the, you see it just grabs right there. See this portion right here, it just grabs and it won't let it go in right here. So that's why, if anything, you can probably just pull out like this away from the outer portion of the shell, and then just put it on like that and sneak it on there and then get it back on there. So yeah, it's worth it. It's worth the struggle getting this thing on because it's nice and it is screen protector friendly. I don't know if I checked that last time. This grip is, I always forget how nice and grippy the case is. I like the way this case feels. It does remind me of a Defender case, just a smaller one. So let's get that in the pocket, and that's what it's like. Yeah, the bottom of the phone is starting to peek out a little bit. It's trying to peek out of the pocket, but it's not going to come out or anything. So I like that though, because it's super easy to get to. But yeah, it's not bad in the pocket. Let's get on to the next case. Taking it off is no problem. You don't have to take it out. Just take it off like that, no problem. We're going with the Symmetry clear case this time. And this case is the tightest fitting case out of any of the slip-on cases that OtterBox makes. I did notice that this case is a little less round than previous versions. I think the S22 Ultra, I actually skipped like I was saying, so maybe it was the same way, but the sides are a little bit bigger, so there's more to hold on to, and I actually like it. This case is protected on the top and bottom. There is top and bottom protection here. The sides are absolutely flush. It actually peeks up a little bit over the top of the sides here with the screen protector on. Forgot to mention that in the last part of the video. So yeah, it looks good. Let's go ahead and get that in the pocket. I would say that this one is a little bit slimmer. It feels a little bit better in the pocket than both the Defender Pro and the Commuter. And there's no problem to get off as long as you have the S Pen taken out. Even though this case, the Chai Latte case, doesn't fit too well, it almost fits too well actually. It just kind of slides on. It's almost like putting on a house slipper. Yeah, you see that? It just kind of flops in there. So, I mean, it seems like it would stretch over time, maybe, but look, I barely have to push it. It just kind of just flops in. There's a little bit of a click, a little bit of a snap. Technically, T would say you don't get that fresh kind of snap on this one like you do the other cases. So yeah, I watched that guy. Let me know in the comments down below if you watch him. Him and I are posting lots of videos about the S23 Ultra. He's got a Whitestone Dome glass screen protector video up. I'm about to get mine up, but go check his out. He's got a full installation tutorial. The goal is to get you guys successfully installing the Whitestone Dome glass screen protector. And so I'll be having a video out. He has one. Go and check him out. I'll put a link to his video in the description down below. But anyway, yeah, this case, it looks so nice. Can you guys, does it look nice from a distance? I like it. I like the contrasting colors, and I thought I would like it, and sure enough, I do. This case is going to be drop protective. Remember that, because it's got the inside protection, like with the little voids around the sides and stuff. Whereas the regular Symmetry doesn't. I don't know what it is about that clear Symmetry. So much potential. All they had to do is add a little bit of drop protection on the sides and put some little feet on the back to keep it off of the surface of the table, so that way you don't get scratches on the case real easy. So yellowing, the scratches, not as drop protective. I would say you can skip the clear Symmetry. So, all right, let's get this thing in the pocket. It's not bad at all. This one feels, I feel like, a little bit bigger, a little bit more substantial than the clear Symmetry. But nonetheless, it's still not bad. If you guys like this video, please take the time to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to the right of the subscribe button. You'll be notified for future videos like this one in the future. If you guys like these cases, you have to go check out a case that I did a video on right here, made by UAG. It's the UAG Metropolis. It's $65, but I think it's well worth it. You're going to want to go check that out here. If you want to add MagSafe to a case like this right here, then click this video right here. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. My name is Mike, and my goal on this channel is to help you find the right phone, case, and face to fit your life and style. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.